It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
On the set. Smooth striker.
Two and a throw right away. And incomplete to open things up.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms.
You don't know how to hold a conversation. Nigga, I'm trying to focus. And right after that, I give a fucking like a 70-yard run. Some boom shit.
1-2 end zone.
Like, I already got a fucking. Oh shit. I just went back and kicked it to him crying.
And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Chargers. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
I said lower that a little bit. What? Lower that a little bit. Because she's trying to fall asleep and it keeps waking her up.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to pass. Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays, as we just saw there. The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
A handoff running left, Mixon. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there, being able to get lower than the defensive front.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Now here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Here's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Chargers at 9-3 here on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200-plus?
The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert rolling to his left. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be brought down at the 27. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers his team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
23 yards on the play. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Herbert now. And this time he is in. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chargers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. This goes out wide for Mixon. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
46-yard line. Ready, ready. 22 meter. 17. 52 plastic. Black Ultra.
On play action, here's Tua. It's brought in by Wilson. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he's got some space here. Uses the stiff arm. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 82 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Herbert. And And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Herbert. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Plague did on the last one.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Mixing up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Tua going to throw. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Play action. Now it's Tua. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
An interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the 45 on 2nd down. Tua, Gesicki hauling in the quick throw. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. That's complete once again. It's Gesicki. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Sanders is good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. 1 second, all that remains. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 93 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's into the hands of Eckler. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He's got a man complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 30 yards. Herbert throwing again. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and is showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the option, here's Eckler. And some room to work. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 32 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to... Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Michael Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick 6. And a completion to Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now you look at the score.
I ended up kicking her out my room so I could smoke.
Too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Running left, it's Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, left side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Joe Mixon with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 160 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Once more, here's Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Play action. It's Herbert. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, it certainly appears. Guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
He's going to keep this again. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now Hill to return it. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. It's Hill, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. To Mixon on the check down. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And down to the 36-yard line here. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a pickup of 6.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Running on 1st down with Gaskin. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Room here to run. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter.
Now the ball comes loose, but a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Here is Eckler. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into?